This first exercise will focus on settings for Fusion, how you organize your data, and just general navigation within the Fusion environment. Over on the left here, you can see that I have a Shapeoko folder or project folder, and underneath there I have various projects and things that I've organized: clamps, projects, stock, a workbench that I'm designing, all sorts of different things. So you can really just kind of organize this however you like. I don't recommend having one big folder with all your projects in it. This is the main graphics window where all your work will be. Over here we have a view cube. The view cube is active. If I click on here, I'll see the front view. If I click on the corner, I can actually click with the left mouse button, hold this down, and use this as a way to rotate. I also can do navigation rotation by holding down the shift key, middle mouse button. Right mouse click enables the pop-ups for the features that you can gain access to. So once you start learning where a specific feature is in this rotation area, you can quickly just scroll up and it accesses that particular feature in that part of the feature wheel, I guess. And so if we were to kind of scroll this way, or click and hold and go this way, that would activate the delete function. There's nothing here to delete, but once you get really good with Fusion, you can access that information. Down here you have the same navigation tools as well: orbit, pan, zoom, fit window, display settings. I usually like working with shaded with visible edges, and then of course grid snaps, and then you could have multiple viewports. Under your login name here, you'll see that you have preferences, and so here are a couple important preferences that I like to have working in Fusion with CAM. Under design here, I currently have capture design history turned on, and I think this is something that I'm used to using. We'll look at the benefits, pros and cons of this, but I think as a beginner you would benefit greatly from having this turned on rather than having it turned off. Other options here, these are just mostly the defaults, I believe, but these are the ones that I'm working with. Under manufacturing, you can see here some unit settings. Up here we have specific manufacturing settings. Here I have enable cloud libraries. We'll get into this in a future lesson, but this is where your tool libraries are stored in the cloud. This enables you to sit down at any computer, log into Fusion, and have access to all your tool libraries without having them localized on each machine. This one right here I really like. It's show operation machine time in the tree, and so that'll show you operation 1 might be 5 minutes to machine, and it'll show you that for each operation that you have, rather than you having to go to the simulation tool to ask for the total time to compute. So those are some of the key features and functions of the user interface that I like. You can of course turn this off by clicking on the X and maximize your graphic area. And then of course these are some of the key settings that I have in my environment that work well for me.